Barely over half of the voting age population voted in the 2012 presidential election, according to data from the Pew Research Center. Turnout for the midterm elections is even worse, with only a little over a third of the voting age population casting votes in 2014, according to the U.S. Elections Project. When so much of the population fails to participate, government is at risk of becoming less and less representative of the diverse views and backgrounds that make up this country. Democracy can't respond to the concerns that are not voiced, and government is less innovative in solving problems when fewer perspectives are heard. One of the most important things that a citizen can do to make government more fair and more effective is to vote. There are too many people that live in America that do not vote in presidential elections. This is a time where your voice is to be heard to choose a leader to make the right decisions for our country. In the 2008 presidential election, 62% of eligible voters made their voice heard, and in 2012, this number dropped to 57%. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, there are an estimated of 78% of people eligible to vote, meaning that around 21% of those people did not vote. According to Bloomberg, in a study they published in April, there are three main reasons people do not vote. These are too busy, out of town, or illness and disability. Looking at the chart is ironic how only the well-off Americans are out of town, which means they cannot vote in their respective states. Average Americans claim that they are too busy to express their opinions at the polls. Measures have been put in place to make voting more accessible, like registering when you're getting your driver's license to avoid the hassle at home. Not voting means you have no say in what happens in your government, and therefore you lose the right to complain if the elected official does something that you do not agree with. So we all should vote to voice our opinions and actually have a say in national and state governments. Furthermore, some people believe that their voices will not count if they do not live in a swing state. For example, Maryland is mostly comprised of Democratic voters and therefore tends to vote Democratic. However, the actual votes cast are done so by the Electoral College, usually based on the majority popular vote, but not always necessarily the case. By casting your vote, you're helping to form the Electoral College's representative's opinion, and if a large number of the population, even if not majority, is leaning towards a candidate, the representative may be swayed to give that candidate the vote. Moreover, historically and still today, the trend for American voters is a predominantly white voter turnout. According to Cornell University's Roper Center, in 2012, 72% of white Americans voted compared to 13% African Americans, 10% Hispanic, and 3% Asian. Furthermore, of those 72% of white voters, over half voted for the white candidate, while over half of the Hispanic voters voted for the African American candidate. A current poll of this year's upcoming election shows that women are more likely to vote for women, given that 59% of women polled declare that they would be voting for Hillary. In general, if only a small number of these minorities are voting, although not always the case, the pattern seems to continue to indicate that the vote will go to the choice of the white American male. Therefore, to create a more diverse government, minorities should be encouraged to cast their votes. Now more than ever, it is important to make your voice and opinions heard. Soon we will be choosing a new leader for our country. You should take it upon yourselves and get involved in the election. Your vote affects the future, so register to vote and encourage others to do so as well, because now is your chance to make a difference and help decide what you, the people of this country, think it's best for it.